Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about factory design pattern. So as you can see from the diagram, client is going to create an object of triangle or circle. For doing that, it is going to believe on a factory. The factory's job is to get some parameter from the client, and based on the need of the client, it is going to create the classes for the client. So let's try to build this pattern. Okay, so yeah, we are going to create few classes for this. So I'm going to create a basic class which is called shape. Okay, I'm going to create a class called as shape. So as per industry standard, we are going to give a C as a prefix. Then here what I'm going to do is we'll keep it very simple. So I'm going to add access specifier called as, and I'm going to add a method called as draw. So I want to use dynamic polymorphism later on. So I'm going to add a keyword called as virtual. In C++, this will help us to achieve dynamic polymorphism. Now here there's the option to create your class or .cpp. So I'll utilize it. So it has created. You can also write it from your end if you want. So now shape.h is here and shape.cpp has been created for me by Visual Studio. I'm going to create another class. So here I'm going to give the name as, let's suppose, triangle. So triangle.h, that is okay for me. I'm going to, so triangle. Okay, now this is going to inherit the shape, and we know the class shape is C shape. So I'm going to, yeah, now C shape has to be added here. So include shape.h. So we are good. Now what we are going to do, we are going to basically write the draw method. So draw method returns void. Okay, now I'm going to do override. This override keyword is very essential these days because this will avoid, this will basically help you to find the defects at the compile time itself. That means if you don't match the definition, the signature of the method to the parent, it is going to give a compilation error. So this override is added for that reason. Now I'm going to add virtual here. So this is also optional, you may or may not do it. So this is now the same thing that will ask, do you want to create a method? Yes, I want to create a class. Visual Studio has created a class for me. I am just going to copy this, and because I know I need to create another class called a circle, I am going to create another class here and give the name as circle. So what I'll have there, I'll have almost the same thing. I need to include this. I need to just add here circle. It has to publicly inherit C shape and this. Yeah, we are good with this, except we need to, except that we need to create another class here. .cpp has been created for that. So we are good with all this. Now we need to create a factory. So I'm going to create a factory for this. So I'm going to talk it as, give it a name as factory, and to give it as capital to maintain some standard. So factory.h will be created for me. So as per standard, I have created factory here. Now factory is going to include all the classes. So I'm just going to give those. As I told, factory is going to dynamically create an instance of either shape, either type of shapes, in the sense either a triangle or a circle. So I'm going to add here shape, sorry, dot h, yeah. Then I'm going to add triangle dot h. Then I'm going to add circle dot h. We are good now. Now the factory is supposed to create dynamically. So ultimately we need a member here, which will be an object of shape. So I'm going to say that C shape. So I'm going to create a pointer of that. So I'll say obj. Okay, I'm going to basically create a constructor here of C factory. Okay, I'm going to create a destructor of that. Okay, so in the constructor, I'm going to create an object of this. So I'm going to equals to, I'm going to create an object of either a triangle or a circle. So I'm going to create an object of this or an object of the other one. So yeah, the name is his triangle. So this is also based on some value that has been passed by the client. So let's suppose I have a type here, and if 1 equals to type, I am going to call triangle. Else I have another case where 2 equals to type. I'm going to create an object of circle. So we are good with creation of the classes. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to delete the object, delete obj, and then set the obj to null. So yeah, constructor is ready. What I'll do, I'll ptr. That's better. So now our factory class is ready. Now the next thing that we are supposed to do is, in the client we are going to use this factory and pass on a type to basically create a triangle or a circle. So what I'll do, I'll go there to circle and here add a code so that we can find out we are coming here. I'm string so here, and I am going to also add using namespace std circle. Good. Namespace spelling is wrong, that's why. Namespace is good. Now I'm going to put a handle here. Okay, done. Now same thing I'm going to do there in triangle as well. So here triangle, I need to update triangle. Now here I need to include basically IOStream, and then using name. So we are good here as well. So now our circle is ready. I just reiterate what we have done. We have created a class called as shape, which is having a method called as draw, and then we have created a class circle and triangle. Both have overridden the C shape, and they have their own flavor of draw. And we have created a factory class which has a constructor which accepts a type from the client to basically create an object of either a triangle or a circle. So this is all about what we have done till now. Now it is saying there is some issue. It is saying object has been uninitialized. So in that case, what we need to do? We need to simply do one thing. We need to just initialize it to null ptr. Yeah. So we are good at this now. There is no issue. Yeah. Now we'll write the client application. So we'll go here, create a class, C++. I am going to write it as a client. So this is our client application. In the client application, we are going to write include. I'll have some so print statements. So I am going to use a stream. Yeah, I may use this. So I'm just adding it beforehand using namespace std. This also I'm including now IOStream. Okay, I got here int main. I'm just going to return 0 from here. Okay, so these are the basic steps that I have followed. Now next thing is I'm going to, as I told, I'm going to create a factory object here. So what is the factory that we have created? C factory. Now C factory is not available here now because we didn't include it. So let's include it. Factory.h. Now we are good. Now we have added C factory here. C factory I have created. So let's suppose I created a C factory object 1. Now I told like I'm going to pass on a parameter that is 1. If I pass 1 here, okay, it is saying like, okay, local variable. Great. And now it is saying it is as local variable. Yeah, that's because the constructor has been defined as private. So let's go ahead and update our factory. So here what we'll do is, yeah, this is a mistake I've done. We'll add it as public. Now we are in good shape. Now it should, our client should be able to, yeah, now it is able to pass on 1. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, okay, now we have just a destructor. Now what we need to do, you should be having an app method, or it should rather, we should have a method inside your factory which should give you the object back which is created. So either it can be a C triangle object or it can be a Yeah, or it can be a C circle object. So I'm going to create a method here which is basically going to return the C shape object. So I'm going to write like C shape star, and I'm just going to say that get factory, or I'll say get shape rather, that will be better. So I'm just going to, so what it is going to return, it's going to simply return the object that you have created. So this is the one. So now we are ready. I don't think anything is pending over here. So you can go to client, and client can just call this get shape. Get shape is going to return a pointer, so I'm going to access like this. So I'm going to call this draw. So let's try to debug this to understand did you do justice to this pattern. So let's try to debug this. We can click on this. Yeah, everything built, no issues. So I'll just keep my console here. So let's try to go inside factory constructor. So I'm going to press F11. So I have passed in type as 1. So my object is now initialized with null. My type is 1, so I'm going to create an object of shape triangle. Now the C factory object is ready. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call get shape. So let's get inside get shape. So you can see I'm pressing F11 to get inside. So yeah, you can see the object here. So this is having V pointer, and V pointer will be connecting to triangle draw. So let me just come here. So let's see what happens to the console. Yeah, triangle. So I'll just do a F5 to complete this. Now I'll just simply change this. I'm going to change the type to 2, and I'm going to start the debugger again. So now I'll go inside the constructor. I'm sending the type as 2. So this will be selected. Yeah, you can see we are creating object of circle. So let's go to the next line. I'm putting F10 here, and then I'm going to press F11 to get inside the get shape. So you can see here what this object is having at the runtime. You can see this viewpointer is connecting to C circle draw. That means the moment I'm going to call the draw API, circle will be printed. So let's do that. I'm going to get inside this, so I'm going to press F11. So you can see circle draw is called and circle will be printed. So yeah, I'm just going to press F5. Yeah, so this is all about the factory design pattern. In the next session, we are going to talk about abstract factory. Thanks for watching this video.